but a handful of megastars on YouTube who claim to be health and fitness gurus can't manage their plant-based diet. Meanwhile, I've been 100% fine for the last, it's going to be 4 years, being vegan. Maybe they're just slimy, dishonest frauds.
What's going on, guys? It's Brian. I've been vegan for about a year and a half or so, and so having a social media platform, naturally one of the questions that I always get asked is, the reason that I switched to becoming vegan was because I went on a very long course of Accutane. Now, I had very, very bad acne.
Wow. Look at this plant-based apologist poser selfishly went vegan for his acne. You know what, buddy? You need to follow these instructions and follow them clearly. Take the total amount of days that you consider yourself to be vegan, and you need to subtract those days in which you were vegan for your acne. The day that Brian Turner quits, they're going to bring up this clip right here, and they're going to use this to say that he was never really vegan to begin with, and that he never really held the right standards. But what gets me is that at that time when he made this video, he could get away with that. But you can't get away with making a comment like that today. In today's vegan environment, you would never even be accepted as being vegan. But now these newer vegans, they know the answer key. They got the cheat sheet. They got the Scantron cheat sheet. So they know the right words to say. You need to speak the 6-word creed. I am vegan for the animals.
Well, longer than I've been vegan. I've been vegan for about 4 years.
Okay, so I've been vegan for 3.5 years.
If you didn't know, Slightly Crazy Vegan was doing like, it's nude, but she's still like very good with the camera angles.
Girl, what are you smiling about? There ain't nothing cute about this. 4 years of veganism really has you on here with your body out like that. You're making lifelong decisions over something that's temporary. But the thing is that these 4-year vegans, they're so overzealous that they really believe that they're going to be vegan for the rest of their life. But one day you guys are going to look back at these types of behaviors of yourself and just shake your head and really wonder, what the hell was I thinking? Because at this point, you have, I'm not even going to get into it. Forget it.
I've been, it was around 5 years in June, so plant-based for health reasons, a year leading up to me becoming a vegan. But yeah, of course, there's like a big distinction there between plant-based and vegan.
If simply abstaining from animal products doesn't make someone vegan anymore, then you guys need to change the definition of veganism, because veganism is supposed to be a way of living which seeks to exclude as far as practicable and possible, blah, blah, blah. Those are describing behaviors. So if I act within the definition of a word that's based on behaviors, how am I not vegan? What that tells me is it's not about behaviors. It's simply a personal relationship that you guys have with your own ideas and your own identity. In fact, if it's not about behaviors, then vegans shouldn't even be criticizing behaviors, since it doesn't determine whether someone is vegan or not. If someone's abstaining from animal products doesn't grant them veganhood, then it's also true that someone consuming animal products doesn't necessarily mean that they're not vegan. I've said it once and I'll say it again. What's going to happen next is not going to be that people leave veganism. It's going to be that veganism leaves people. And you can already see it right here, right in front of your face. A literal example of veganism leaving people. The definition has now changed.
So I went vegan 6 years ago.
Wow, 6 years. So after about 2 or 3 decades of eating animal products, you've come to the conclusion that you no longer need animal products, and you've taken on a quasi-herbivorous diet, which you're telling people to do something that you haven't even done yourself, that being to go the rest of your life staying as a vegan. How do you even know that you're a vegan right now? Because from what I see, the standard is that the day you quit, it unravels everything that you did in the past. You, at this moment, may not even be vegan to begin with, if in the future you for some reason go back to consuming animal products.
So I've been vegan since September 22nd of 2016, so for about 3 years and almost 2 months now.
I went vegan overnight about 3.5 years ago after watching the documentary Food Choices, which was on Netflix. And
Okay, so you watched a documentary.
Because I've kind of had a 4-year experience in Australian culture to do with veganism. And then I watched this documentary and it just said, you can be so much healthier on a plant-based diet and you don't have to kill any animals.
Okay, so you watched a documentary too. So the thing is look, you guys are having people watch these documentaries such as What the Health. If you're vegan, you shouldn't be recommending people to watch What the Health and then expecting them to go vegan for animals. All you're doing is creating more plant-based posers. How about you stop referencing the wrong material, the wrong motives, and then maybe you'll have a different outcome in your movement regarding who follows and who doesn't, because they're being misled into believing that it's okay to go vegan for their own health when in reality it's not.
And it's just so good for you. That night, we threw out every single animal product we owned, tipped out all the milk, threw out all the meat, everything into the bin that night.
Why are vegans so okay with wasting animal products but so against consuming animal products? Because even that food that you wasted, consuming that wasn't going to contribute to any more harm on earth. You could have eaten that. But they'll often say that it's because my health. But I don't even believe that. I think they just use that as a convenience. Because when it comes to them consuming the Beyond Beef products and the just eggs, you know that that's not a health food, and they know that that's not a health food, but they don't mind. And on top of that, veganism isn't even about health anyways to begin with, so it's not foreign for a vegan to say something along the lines of, I'm willing to get sick and die for the animals.
If a doctor told me today
totally about
that veganism would kill me, I would continue to be vegan.
What if you went to the doctors tomorrow and the doctor told you, Stephanie, you're not going to live past 25 if you continue this lifestyle?
I would probably continue the lifestyle.
I don't care what any doctor says. I've lived it firsthand. Doctors literally told me that and I was like, no. If someone told me that I was going to die unless I ate my dogs, see ya, you won't see me on YouTube anymore.
You would not eat animals if you knew you were going to die in a month if you didn't.
No,
if you say...
look, I wouldn't, I don't care.
See ya.